What's up guys, this is Kofi here. Today we have another item to unbox. Let's get right into it and see what we find. Item we have here for today's unboxing is the Viltrox LED light. It's one of those items that is not that expensive and is not that big of an item, but it can make a difference in terms of improving your photography or your videography. And I plan to use this in the studio and also when I'm outdoors shooting videos in low light environment. So it's gonna hopefully transform my workflow and add a touch to my lighting setup. If you've seen my Patreon page, I was talking about how I need to improve the lighting in my studio, and I'm hoping this is gonna help me, improve it a little bit. I have some projects upcoming which is primarily gonna be shooting videos, and so I want to have these kind of LED lights which can be mounted on the camera so that whilst I move around I can shine some light onto the subject. So I did an unboxing of this item and it's pretty simple, not huge of a device. In the box comes with the charging brick, the battery as well, and also the mount. So you're gonna need this to mount it onto your tripod or your stand or whatever you're using it. And in this case, you can also mount it onto the camera. So you put it onto the camera, and then whilst you move around with shooting video or something of that sort, you can do that and shine some light onto your subject. It's a bicolor LED, and by bicolor, it's basically white and warm. So by warm, it's pretty much somewhere 3900 Kelvin, and that is somewhere orangey in terms of look. I'm gonna put that to the test right here for you to see, but at the back it's basically the battery slots, the knob to increase and decrease the brightness, and also you can press on it to alternate between the brightness level and the Kelvin. So by tapping on it, you want to change the temperature or you want to change the brightness. It goes as low as to 20% in terms of brightness and maximum to 100, and the Kelvin is 3900 to 5600. The on and off button, it's pretty basic, nothing extra with this kind of item, and it's lighting weight as well, so it's not going to weigh down the camera or anything, more like a gimbal or something like that. It's going to add a bit of weight, so you need to recalibrate and rebalance, but then it's not so heavy to the extent that you can manage. With the battery attached to it, it's straightforward and not much of a difficulty in terms of fixing it. I think it has an input as well for if you want to plug in into power directly, if that is also something you want to do, but I'm going to use the battery much of the time because I'm on the go, I'm moving, and I don't have the luxury of powering it up. But if you're rigging it to something, a rig or something of that sort where you have power source and all that, you shouldn't have an issue. In the studio like this as well, I can plug in directly and enjoy power from there without having to worry about the battery. Currently I'm using a single light here, which is one of my softbox from Neewer. I'm gonna turn on this one and see what changes we're gonna see in terms of the lighting setup here. So let me quickly do that and let's continue. So you're looking at the before, and I'm gonna cut to the after right about now. And these are basically the changes I've done so far. I moved the initial softbox from this side to that side so that I can put the LED lamp on my left here. And it's currently just blasting at my face like that, standing on this Joby tripod. So it's a little touch in terms of the lighting setup and offers a little bit of brightness in terms of the overall systems. When it's off, this is how it should look. Now you can see in terms of the difference. The entire lighting system in the room is the softbox on my right here. I have the ambient light, which is basically my bulb in my room, and then this LED should throw in a lot more lights, so you can see it blasting from this side, casting a bit of shadow to the right here. Low light environment, it's going to make a lot of improvements, and I can also change the brightness into whatever value I want. It goes a step increment in terms of +1, -1, so you can just fine tune it as much as you want. And if you are to press on the knob and change it, we are going from the warmest to the coolest, and the warmest is this way. We have 3900 there. So it's pretty much a simple, lighting setup that doesn't require much to rig, and you can use it on the go and all that. And I hope to use this to improve my photography and videography as well. In terms of shooting pictures in the studio and stuff like that, I could make use of this to improve it just a little bit and make good use of better lighting setups and all that. So that is the Viltrox LED lights. If you're looking for the link to this product, you can find it in the description below. I bought it for like $38, so it shouldn't be something that expensive, but then can be really useful in your photography or videography bag. I hope to make good use of this and see what I can make in terms of improving my video and photography with this lighting setup. And I hope to talk about the other item which is yet to arrive. I think it should be in by Fridays. Thank you for joining me in this one, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Bye. Good. Now it's editing time.